hopefully. I hit the button at least.
You hit the button. Congratulations.
My dashboard says we're live, so I'm thinking we're live.
Yes, Twitch sets your life too.
Awesome.
Think it will be fine.
Well, I suppose we should intro a little bit. Hello, welcome back to the Timespinner Randomizer 2v2 tournament. I'm ACZ, and with me today we have Art Hunter Vera. Hello.
Hi. Good to be here.
In tonight's match, it's noon for me. Whatever, in this time zone's match, we have Hundo Runners versus Cis Enough. So, looks to be very exciting. All of our runners are ready. I'm gonna send them on their way.
Let's get that 15-second gates dropping.
Yep, and that 15-second gate is down. We can see Planeswater and Thumberry James's timers counting down because they're connected to the race time room, and everything is good. So, you've played a little bit in this tournament, right?
I have played a singular race so far, yes.
That's
and
more than
we
I've done.
lost. Hey, fair enough. What are we starting with here? Eye Orb and Tomb. Okay.
Ooh.
Frozen Spikes.
Frozen Spires Plus. I am a huge fan of Frozen Spires.
Can't say I love the whole ice elements in general, honestly.
But it's so good. It does so much damage.
I mean, it does, and then you have a flying enemy, and then everything sucks.
Just because you're right. Just because you're right. No crazy things off of the start, looks like.
Well,
no.
we have enemy randomizer for the
you know what? I did
top
miss
players.
that. Player ones have an enemy rando. I'm sure they're very excited. We have a spindle and a wheel for opposing players on Hundo Runners sides. Gifting being enabled for Planeswater and D2K.
Let's see if they are gonna do the equipment swapping. We've seen
with enemy rando,
that.
I think you'd be really hard pressed to not, just because it's so important when you have that enemy rando, because you are so much weaker without it.
Yeah, that's true. Enemy rando is super fun, but also can be so cursed.
Super fun, very cursed, and like nobody's practiced in it.
That's true.
And that's why I like enemy rando so much. Nobody practices
gives even our
rando.
Experienced runners a bit of a tricky situation sometimes.
For sure. And I mean, like, how would you even feasibly practice it? As we see Donkey Kong's barrel course there on Batty's side. Barrels hanging out.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's so much fun. Game is awesome.
I mean, how can you prepare for it? Play hundreds of runs? Not one will be the same, but still.
You might get close, maybe.
A big maybe.
Yeah, and it's a big maybe. Meanwhile, the player twos they're just having a good time. Look at them go. They're so happy down there. Everyone started with the twin pyramid keys, it looks like, so we're all happy.
Oh, I just noticed that Cis Enough and Hundo Runners have their trackers different.
Yeah, this tournament doesn't rely on the new version, so some people have updated and thus have more icons on their tracker, and some people haven't.
I see, that's fair enough. At least it's consistent per team. In this case.
Yeah. I mean, there's just 3 effectively empty spots on Hundo Runners trackers, but yeah, we manage.
Ooh, a death from Baddie to, I believe, a dog?
Yeah, one
Was
of
that
the
correct?
experiment dogs.
Oh man, they hit hard.
Ooh, Nightmare at Cantaran. That's not the worst it could be.
No, it's not the worst it could be. No, by far not.
Light Wall neutral. I didn't catch if they had a good spell. Well, it's better than Crimson Vortex minus.
That was a great warp. Not warp. Wow. Throw trap.
Throw trap. It's a time save.
Yeah. It is a time save, actually. I mean, just imagine not having to do all this jumping here, but just being zoomed around the room.
Yeah, that's very nice. Player 2s have lasers.
Ooh.
They have the military hangar lasers. That's what that area is called.
Yes, that's correct.
Still yet to see if we've got any other funky settings on. We do have a key card, the B key card for player 1s. If that is not a specific key card, that's a lot of access in the library early.
That would mean they can open also
D doors, which you know, the D card also helps with that, but like we're gonna pretend
like we didn't.
That
they
didn't
get
just
it.
happen.
Nah, of course not. Also, Batty going through Donkey Kong again. The barrel track.
Is
Ooh,
this
so
Cantaran
earlier
at,
camps
Bird?
could be. Didn't follow, but camps earlier passed on the check they just did, but went back for it. I forget how they call it. Bat ledge. There we go. I remember. Gatekeeper's on.
Ooh, Gatekeep is
Or
on.
play two?
That is a guaranteed 2 priority locations once they are able to reach them. It's very nice.
There we go. Also, keycard B for the second player for Hundo Runners.
Oh, don't get cute with your light walls.
Definitely not. It will take you to jail. I mean, light wall jail, that is.
Player 1 with all of the keycards they could ever want, they may need that A card later, but like these are the 3 that they want.
Yeah. Being bullied by a dad, like...
Celestial Sash.
Oh, that's nice. And I just saw Scattered Plus. Is that the first plus orb that we've seen on player 1 side? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, first orb, but we do know that Ice Orb is plus.
Yes, of course.
And look at that huge damage we're getting on Sandman with that Frozen Spires
but
plus.
Sandman also does a huge amount of damage to you.
I believe
Yeah,
this is the
he's weak
Kobo
to ice,
location. Right? Or the
It is
location.
in fact.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's not where you want to be knocked back into.
Ooh, that's an unfortunate death for Planeswater.
It is indeed.
If Red spots too much.
It's it's one of the late game locations. Fortunately, with that D card and B card, they should be able to just ignore it for the time being.
I mean, they can, or they can just, you know,
Ooh, sending the
do it.
Empire Crown back, I believe I just saw. Lab Coat and Empire Crown. Passing back and forth the powerful equipment. I need to go fight a boss, and you're just gonna go ignore that guy.
There you go. So, do we want a wet request and there to be something specific in there?
I mean, I suppose we could. What do we want to see in there? Maybe a final laser, since both players have lasers.
That would honestly be fun. But then, also, please don't get a teleport past lasers.
You cannot pick up teleports beyond
Oh,
the
okay.
lasers.
Cool.
With all the issues we were having with that, that was like the last minute change.
Okay.
So unfortunately, no risky warps. Ooh, another Empire Crown. Or yeah, Planeswater had already found that. Best in slot hat. James is playing like a madman. Yeah. He was doing a little bit of practice, and he is playing incredibly confidently.
I mean, they are all incredible players.
All in their own right, yeah. But he is playing with a lot of confidence. Triple gun, like...
Who doesn't love gun?
I'll use gun as a combat, but if I'm walking around, I do not want to be using gun. It's a little bit too inconsistent.
I'm wiggling for that item there. Trying to pick it up, but unable. Ooh, tablet for player 1 over at Cis Enough for Planeswater.
Gun is even on the overlay. So is Wind and Fire and Empire and Iron and Plasma and Radiant. I put a lot of orbs on this layout.
Well, that was your choice to put gun there. Could have put blood there instead.
I could have. But Gun Orb is, in fact, the icon used for the randomizer.
Fair enough.
So it would be wrong of me to leave that out. Ooh, Eternal Coat. I heard that's a pretty good coat.
Nah, it's the worst code in the game. Don't worry about it.
Okay. This is information I'll take into my race when that eventually happens.
Yes. So you are teamed up with Wef, correct?
Correct. We've done so much practicing, and by so much, I think we've done like 3 sessions. Like a month ago.
That's a warp shard for Planeswater. That's nice. Don't know if they bought any in the shop yet. 4 screens
I did not
is
see...
too much to notice that that detail.
Well, I'd imagine the player ones have bought at the shop already. Or at least, you know, they thought about it and then may or may not have realized that the shops are super expensive. I didn't catch it.
Oh, that might also be
Year 2. That's 3 of 5. Or 3 of 10.
Urza, look at the borders from the streams, like the
Yeah.
individual streams. They have Orbeez in the corners.
They blend right in, which is kind of what I wanted them to do.
They're subtle, but they are there.
Drawbridge
Which is
key.
hinting over Tomberry.
Player 1 drawbridge key. Gatekeep on both sides, and neither players for... And neither player have pink to get into that Yas Queen room, or those 2 guaranteed progression items. Ooh. Player 1, 2. Player 2s have lab lasers as well.
What is Tomberry doing?
Contemplating what to hint for, it looks like. If I can read the text that small and blurry.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, player 2
Chaos
also
Blades
need
plus.
pink to go further. Pink has not been achieved just yet.
At some point, when I wasn't paying attention, the player 1s have made their way into the past.
Sure did.
Ooh, that was a hint for the Time Worn Beacon, which I don't think is the one they wanted to hint for. Since
That would
Time
be too
Worn will
bad.
just get them a new warp in their existing era.
Yeah, I think that is a mistake.
Or maybe they have a huge brain plan and it's gonna get them into the Maw Caves, which has all of the important things. Maybe we're just not
They are
thinking
just
far
too big
enough.
brain.
Yeah. It'll get them into the Royal Towers without the pink orb, which looks to be on the way out of the Castle Keep. Since Hemps has it. And I believe that was sent from Planeswater.
Yeah. James seeing the pink being
Yep.
needed. Is that some anger jumping there?
Something like that, probably. Yep, that door's still pink too. We didn't change that one, unfortunately.
Too bad, you need some pink.
Everyone needs pink. Pink's a great color. And also a very strong orb in this game.
Yes, very much so.
Key card A at the Rebel camp.
Tomberry James scrolling through this bestiary.
It's a good use.
Also, that
Ooh, Empire Crowns from the Meteor Sparrows. We can't get to those guys.
and Kemp also got his Timespinner spindle.
Yep. They are moving and cruising. That setback at the beginning for Batty with the death is really showing right now.
I just don't know what Tomberry James is doing. Just waiting for pink?
They need progression of some sort, and Pink would do it, which is what they're gonna receive here. Pink would do it, a modern
There we go,
beacon.
yeah.
I believe their spindle could also. Where was the pink? It looks like it was that note just before you get into Castle Keep.
Ooh, Planeswater fighting a Cantran.
What's the idea? Alana as Cantaran. Swapping out
Okay.
one fight of an Alana like for Alana proper.
Yeah.
Blood Orb. Good choice. Every time I look over at Batty's just running through enemies. Just
Yep. Just not giving a
he
shit.
does
Just
not
going
care.
through.
Enemies? What enemies? Don't know what you're talking about. Health is a resource, and Batty loves using it. Wheel and spindle.
I'm struggling a little bit at struggle.
Prince Dad, Emperor Dad, and Volterolus. Our dad likes, yes. No.
Lana Cantaran, therefore should be mom likes.
No, because we have the mom like. Genza's the mom like because he literally takes the form of mom. Those are Ilana likes.
Yes. I will agree on this statement.
Look. I agree
Ooh,
that
Gear 3.
they would make a happy family. Unfortunately, we have a boss that literally takes the form of mom. So Sandman Stage 2 is mom like, yes. I will concede that.
Oh, that's a bit cursed. Just a little bit, oh.
Just a little bit of cursed. Kemps has not used a hint. We've only seen one hint, and it was the hint for the Time-Worn Beacon. By Tom Barry James. Ooh. Meatball Plus.
We love Meatball Plus.
We're going back to the Ifrit location with our big meatball that does big damage.
That's not, per se, a wrong decision, you know? Then it will suddenly be quite a quick fight. As we saw right there.
Everyone loves the big meatball.
I mean, of course, because it's also a spell you can cheese.
The only allowed glitch. I think. Pretty sure we don't allow any other glitches. I could be wrong. What do I look like? The person that helps organize things?
Nah, you wouldn't, right?
Yeah, well, if one of these days we'll play. And we'll be so rusty that we're gonna get immediately sent down.
Planeswater taking the same strategy as Batty has been using, just running through enemies instead of actually fighting them.
At a certain point in enemy rando, you just have to decide that you do not care. The enemies are not worth fighting. My health is a resource, and I am going to use it.
Well, if you must.
Ooh, I+ for player 2s. In the lower Zarion Caves checks. The ones that you save and quit out of.
Let's see. Probably not a save and quit now, huh?
Well, it's not yours. You don't have to stay around. You save and quit. Such as the fun things about sending your items through the internet. It's not in my hands, so when I reset, it will still not be in my hands.
That is something you really have to think about when doing this 2 versus 2 because if you die and you got something for yourself that is important, you gotta go back. But if you got it for your partner, no problems. They have it. It's fine. No need to go ever back again.
Right? It's very nice. Man, I feel like every person going through Lower Lake Desolation either jumps over or just runs under that memory at the bird jump. I swear it happens every time.
Hey, Betty finding another gear. Only needing to find one more gear.
One more gear and access to the pyramid somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I don't know.
I was about to say. Tom James does have the B key card and the Genza lab access. So they have a lot of the like weird requirements if they wanted to go through the quote unquote vanilla route to the pyramid.
Oh yeah, going through the lab, going through the lab and breaking time.
Yeah. So they'd need one more laser and possibly a D key card. Depends on if specific key cards are on.
Yeah, we didn't check that yet, so we wouldn't know.
Yeah, we've not seen. Actually, I think we have seen.
We have?
Well, yeah. Kemp's is beyond with the D card door, and unless they already had a warp. Oh yeah, and there goes Tom Barry James. They have non-specific key cards. They have access to D, C, and B with that B card.
Oh, that's epic. Has anyone checked their end goal?
It's only 5%,
no
Ursa. Surely it won't come up. I've not been paying attention, but I would hope these runners have.
Okay, so player 1 definitely have to go to the past. It's not that percent.
Surely Kemps won't
Player
have two
2,
dead.
I don't see it.
Yep. I believe I just saw Planeswater check, and they do have Pyramid Goal.
Correct.
Wait, were those free warp shards?
Were they?
Free shops. Let's go.
We love free shops.
Oh, Planeswater. What are we thinking? Standing here, we're doing nothing. What are we thinking?
Going back to the mix. So hinting? No. Yeah.
He's got enough points for for 2.
Yes. Indeed.
Sash. Sash at elevator card chest. Wow. Both of the player 2s 3 meters away from that, by the way.
That is convenient.
Minus 31 points, unfortunately.
It is what it is.
It happens.
But hey, still one more hint left until gets more points to make more checks. Yes.
That Celestial Sash will get them pretty far into the towers. Well, it'll get them the entire way. Timespinner Gear 3. They're one piece away.
Sure are. Did they
Where was
just
that
hint
wheel?
it?
Oh no.
I cannot read it. It's so blurry.
You telling
Sadly.
me that the compression on top of the compression isn't great? How dare
Yeah,
you.
that's exactly what I'm telling you.
It's fine. It'll pop up here in just a second.
Yeah, of course. They're going straight to it, right?
Raven Lord Host Fight Pedestal.
Oh.
In player 2's world is where that time spinner wheel is for player 1. Yes,
That
Urza.
is
Yes, Urza, I have the rooms open, but they only refresh every minute or so. Laser access. I is at Lab Experiment 13 in Player 1's world. So the last laser for Player 2 is at Experiment 13 in Player 1. Who needs 2 lasers?
Well, that might suck a bit.
Maybe just a little bit.
Well, maybe they are really close together and it's all fine.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But that'd be less fun.
Facts. Hey, look, it's mom-like.
It's a mom lake. Yay. Okay, that player 2's last time spinner gear is at Library Terminal 3. So they need a tablet. So close, yet so far from go mode.
Ain't it fun?
This is why we play randomizers. We all
So we can
subconsciously
suffer
like
another
suffering
day?
together.
Exactly.
This is what randomizer races are all about. We all just really enjoy suffering together.
We're all just a bunch of masochists. What can I say?
Yep, that's where that's where your last gear is. Oh no. Yeah. That is where your last gear is. You wouldn't download an item though.
No, because they're unable to, right?
You couldn't download an item. It's like how you wouldn't download a car.
Wait, you can't download cars?
I mean, the movie you probably could, but like the vehicle, I've had a hard time.
Have you
Allegedly.
actually tried, though?
Allegedly.
I see.
Ooh, water mask to Planeswater. Go swimming, Planeswater. All
Have a
of the
bit.
enemies are still random under there.
Sure are, and it makes it sometimes very weird.
Look,
But also quite a bit
the Mushroom
easier.
Tower and all the birds, they just want to go swimming. Time Spinner Gear 3. Batty has
Okay.
finally made it back to the Yas Queen room.
Mm-hmm. So now, except for the laser gates, we now know where all progression is, right? All the things they actually need.
I believe so. Laser Access A, Cave of Banishment, Maw, Plasma Crystal, and Player 2. That's one of the lasers that Batty is missing. And the other one is Siren Room underwater in their world. So that is the elevator key card. So close yet so far. You
Oh,
hit
that
for one thing and
hurts.
only to find out you need 2 more.
Exactly. They don't have water mask yet, right? No, they do not.
They do not.
Only Planeswater so far has the actual water mask.
Only Planeswater is allowed to go swimming. At least in the deep end. Everyone else can sit at the top of the water.
They float around a bit. Betty going to the effort spot.
Does the Royal
And
Guard have
Camp's farming.
Yeah, the Royal Guard must have a drop that they looked at.
Oh, it could be. A bird
They just
statue?
wanted a bird statue.
Eh.
They're farming for money.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
Wait, no. No, they just got the bird statue and were like, oh, I could sell this, I guess.
Such peaceful music.
It
in the
definitely fits,
meantime,
considering
we
that there were
have-
2 boss fights happening.
Yeah.
And,
Varney and Sandman. This is all fine, don't worry about it. Nice and chill.
nice and chill. Look, we've got to hang out. We're here for a while. We're not hanging out. Then why are we even here talking?
Plains water, more like sinks water. Nice one. Good job, Urza.
I suppose he's not floating anymore. He's not water. He's not flying above the water. Or gliding on it like a water plane.
He's sinking
Yeah.
to the bottom.
Hey, bird statue.
What
I
a
heard the Royal Guards drop
surprise!
those.
They do?
That hallway bat he just went through. Enemy randos. So much fun.
Patty taking a look what is available.
What's available? Where should I be going?
Aw, Kemps, how can you not pick up the bird statue?
We're just getting them levels. Probably pretty effective orb level. Because you're using a fast respawning enemy. Or I suppose the enemy isn't respawning fast. You're just able to respawn it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Orb minus.
We got a
Nope,
hint
time loss.
from chat.
Planeswater. You know if you're going to pick up a trap, you have to be facing the direction you want to get flung. You should know better than this. Otherwise, it's a time loss.
Sometimes muscle memory kicks in and you just pick up the item.
I'm glad he picked it up. I think picking up traps is funny. Like, even if it's gonna be a poison trap that steals 30% of your health.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Poison is so mean in this game for no reason.
What do you mean? Poison is great.
And, you know, at least it's not like poison from Sodden. That is a truly evil poison.
Have not played that game. Couldn't tell you.
Halved attack, halved defense. You don't take damage over time, but you know, you might as well. Did Batty just despawn a projectile?
Did he? I have no idea. Oh, that was mom-like.
Poisoned.
There we go, poison.
I don't believe anyone's on Yeet. All Yeets, at least. Oh, the Royal Guards are also dropping sunglasses.
Because they're cool, right?
Yeah. Ooh, a gas mask. Full scanner. Awesome. We love knowing the names of the enemies. Why is the soul scanner not on the tracker? This is need to know information.
Why would the soul scanner be on the tracker? Because it's the most useful item in the game?
Exactly. Oh,
Mhm,
a
mhm,
bad
mhm.
baddie's allowed to swim.
Oh. So baddie can now also sink. Nice.
Ooh, baddie has the... Baddie's got all of the infinity key cards.
He collected them all.
Developers whole scanner required to... I feel like that's almost a step down from the pure torture flag and the cube of Bodhi. Except for the fact that it doesn't affect progression at all. Like, it is purely just an inconvenience.
Think we should make the soul scanner do something
Yeah.
in Randomizer.
I mean, Wef had just said that enemies won't drop items until you have it, and I think that's
Oh, hell
really
no.
funny.
No, it really is not.
No, I think it's pretty
Ooh,
funny.
Camp's also allowed to swim.
Ooh, big swimmies.
We are accepting pull requests.
Wef, that's not how you're supposed to say it. It's supposed to be, I await your PR.
Let's see what's in player 2 side underwater.
I don't know. It looks like a Neil. That's important, right?
Meh. Ah, look, it's Farney again. Farney, meet another ball. Orb. Whatever you want to call it.
Ooh, a chaos horn. That's a good equipment, I think. I'm gonna be honest. Those miscellaneous equipments, I just throw on whichever one I feel like at the time, and I hardly ever change them.
I mean, that's valid.
Everyone can swim. It's a pool party. Enemy drops being actual randomizer locations would have to be strictly incompatible with enemy rando.
Yes.
Baddie doesn't need to kill Ma. It's only 2 chests. Also, no, Baddie does have the gas mask. Baddie, why didn't you do that?
Because... Why would I do it? No, it is 2 checks. That's quite good.
It is 2 checks. It's 2 checks. You got Big Meatball. He's going back for it.
Yeah, he's going back. Or not?
He's going from the top, grabbing the water checks on the way.
Fair enough. Ah, yes, enemy randomizer in the water. Ain't it fun?
Always. I don't know why more
Bombardment
people don't run
minus.
with enemy rando all of the time.
There we go. We got the Timespinner gear for player 2 over for camps.
Camps is almost in go mode.
So close.
So close. No, yeah, there's still lasers in the way. Sorry, man.
Yep, sure are. Well, you think it's go mode, but not yet.
Where is that last one? Laser access A. No. Laser access. Oh, right, that's the one behind Experiment 13.
Why? Yeah.
Wait,
We shouldn't be up that pretty soon. Oh, no,
Did
we
planes-
have done it now.
did Planeswater skip by it?
Or they were just really fast?
Oh, I looked away, and
Yeah,
I looked back
same.
and they had it. Okay,
Exactly.
my bad. I looked away to go figure out where it was. I was like, wait, Planeswater knows where this is. Did he walk by it intentionally? But no.
Nah.
There's Batty's last laser. Let's see, what do they know about the last laser for Tomberry James? They do. And they know that's where the wheel is as well. Oh, and that is the wheel for Planeswater.
Well, here we go.
Cis
We
Enough
got
is
camps
in
going
go
to the
mode.
end.
There's nothing that can stop them now.
Also, that was a very nice warp
Very nice warp
for
to the other side of the
camps.
pyramid.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Planeswater has to go do the vanilla slow way of breaking time, which is inconsiderate, by the way. I'd prefer if my time wasn't broken, but
Time is always broken. What are you talking about?
I wasn't briefed on this. I was under the impression that my time was behaving as it should.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, like, take playing Timespinner. You think, like, oh, I'll just spend, like, 10 minutes to play a game, you know, and then you're like 2 hours in on your third randomizer run, and you're like, where did my time go?
Oh,
Time's
you know
broken,
what?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, fair enough. By the way, Momlike for
Hell yeah.
Momlike at
Caps.
the Nightmare location. That is 1 exclamation point for Cis Enough.
Hell yeah.
And Planeswater is on their way to collect that second one and secure a victory for them.
But don't worry, Hundo Runners can still get back with the second brackets, second chance brackets.
Yes, yes they can.
Look, it's Boots!
Yay, Boots.
Bye, Boots.
Look at the work Frozen Spires Plus was putting in. Hey, this is not necessarily what you want to see. Fortunately, you've got Big Meatball, and Big Meatball makes everything you don't want to see
it's fine.
perfectly fine to deal with.
Also, Ravenlord underwater is also not that bad.
Yeah, it's definitely
Makes it a
more
whole lot
preferable.
easier.
That is exclamation points for Planeswater, 2 exclamation points for Team Cis Enough.
Hell yeah.
That was incredible.
A GG for Cis Enough.
Wow, they finished almost exactly a minute off of each other. A minute
They
and
did?
3 seconds on the race
Oh,
time room.
wow. Indeed, I see.
Yep, official times of 47:14 and 48:17. That was incredible.
Fatty being bullied.
That enemy was almost actually supposed to be there.
I know, right?
47:45. Yeah, that sounds about right. Not too particularly important, since they both finished before either of Hundo Runners did. Yeah, it could have mattered. Hold on, I'm going to drag in Kemps and Planeswater real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Can I not? It's not letting me? Why? I did this earlier?
Yeah, you did with me, so.
Weird. We can just go down to them. You'll lose
Yes.
video, but I can put that back up real quick.
All good.
Alright. Oh. Hello. Wef just showed up to drag you guys in, and I... Thanks, Wef.
Thank you,
Alright,
Wef.
Weirdness is happening with my Discord. Thank you, Wef.
So
Wef
y'all
coming in
notice
clutch.
us wasting hit points?
Yes,
I can see.
sure did.
Celestial Sash only to get it 30 seconds later. That's
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah.
That one
Yeah,
and
it
also
was
the Time Worn Beacon.
Yeah, Domberry James hinted the Time Worn Work Beacon as the player
Oh, that was
2.
Tomberry. Ah. Yeah.
Oh.
Wrong one. Oh, that's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I saw that one come out and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that is not the right beacon. Oh no.
Yeah, they're playing as the as player 1. Did they switch at some point?
They did. They switched right before we started.
Yeah, hinting the wrong item can definitely be.
Yeah, in the information game that this is, it
I mean,
was problematic.
That's all this is a hit information game, so...
Yeah, we were. Kemps was BK'd for a little bit there, waiting on their water mask, having hinted for like an item later down the line, which we had a general goal for, but then we just didn't have the hint points for more checks, which was not ideal, but it worked out, especially because toward the end I thought we were completely in go mode and I was skipping checks in military hangar, and then Kemp tells me, oh wait, I'm missing the tablet, only for me to do one check. Like, oh, we actually do still need to be doing checks. Okay, grab one item, and it's the tablet.
Yeah, that was convenient.
It was very good.
And I
Yeah,
love
Oh, and
hinting
be, like,
and then realizing,
Mhm.
oh, I've hinted for one item and now I need 2 more. And it just
Right,
kept
yep.
happening.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. The other also very convenient thing that happened toward the end was, I'd hinted my wheel much earlier on. We knew it was post Ravenlord, and right next to it was the mysterious war beacon, which, let's just, all right, well, game's over a little faster, sooner than usual for player 2.
Yeah, I didn't even need to break time.
Yeah, I was like, and they'll have to both break time, and then you picked up that warp, and it was just like, oh, okay, never mind. Only Planeswater has to break time. And Hundo Runners are finishing up. Tomberry James has all of their things and is just picking up. They're just finishing up that Ravenlord or Azure Queen at Ravenlord and picking up their Time Worn Beacon. So they are in go and they will be done very shortly.
Yeah.
So how did you guys feel about the game today?
I mean, it felt not great misusing those.
Yeah. I mean, I felt good about how I was playing. Other than like abandoning on like the early Koga fight, which was doable, but I, having died once, wasn't gonna go back there.
That was your last available
like,
location until you picked up the D card, right?
Yes, it was. Other options opened up. I didn't have to keep bashing my head against it.
Exactly.
I did go back
There
to it
we go,
later.
Tomberry James just finished.
GG's.
Yep. Exclamation points for them. As Baddie is making the mad dash through the pyramid.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, the seed felt, good. It felt streamlined. Yeah, other than like those like mishaps with hit points.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
it always feels bad using a hint and then getting the item just moments later when it was like literally on the path.
Yeah,
Like even in non-competitive, but like in competitive, you're just like, oh no, I've just wasted valuable information.
Thankfully, though, I did use all my the rest of my hit points on my go mode items. That wasn't the bottleneck, so it wasn't a huge
Yeah,
deal.
it was
with
fortunate
how
enough, but still not.
Yes, but it could have been a bigger issue with how like Kemp's water mask played out. Right, that's always the risk, but it wasn't a big deal. But yeah, no, it was good. I had Frozen Spires and plus and Jin Inferno plus. I was pretty happy with my damage.
Yeah, you made great use of that Frozen Spires on the Boots fight, just hovering up just a little bit, and that damage was great. The Bombardment plus that Baddie is using, also a great damage source, but...
Oh, was Bombardment plus out there? I didn't get it. Well,
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of
Did you
stuff
miss
that they
it,
got
though?
that we didn't get. I mean, I got Eye Orb, so...
Yeah, I don't think
I was happy.
anyone was necessarily hurting for damage there at the end.
yeah,
Definitely not.
absolutely.
And
there
exclamation
we
points
go.
for Baddie and the Hundo Runners. They are done.
GG.
GG's indeed. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
GG's.
What?
GG's.
There was someone doing more caves earlier than I did, probably.
Yep, Mog Caves was hit much earlier on Planeswatter's side.
Okay. It was the usual thing from, you have so many options, why go underwater?
Yeah.
Patty's afraid of the water, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Planeswater was the only one with the water mask for a really long time.
Wow. Yeah. Well, who
Oh,
got the
so you
sash?
had that earlier?
Who got the sash first?
Sash was...
Or is it, sorry, like the player one sash in
Oh, you guys
Okay.
were neck and neck. They were like seconds apart, maybe.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was like almost nothing.
Divergence after that.
I was in BK for so long.
Yeah, it was interesting. I liked seeing you actually scroll through the bestiary to see like what was dropping what, just to see.
I mean, if there's any Azure Souls, you might as well get them.
Azure Stoles, Eternal Coats, cool crowns. Any of them make a difference.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
As long as you're BK.
If you're BK'd anyway, might as
Spe-
well.
spend the BK effect efficiently, I suppose.
Mm-mm.
Now, James, I do have one question.
Yeah.
The beacon. The beacon hint?
I always get mixed up on what beacon is which.
That's fair. That's what I had assumed happened, but it was... I saw it happen, I was like, oh no.
I was even asking Batty, and I didn't get a reply, so I sent it.
Well, you know, your partner's also racing.
Yeah.
Batty was in the middle of
fact.
dealing with enemy rando, which was being unkind, to say the least.
Yeah. The start with that Risha, double Risha.
Yeah,
and
that...
vertical.
Oh, that double Rishia room. Yeah.
Yeah. I realized one of them and thought, I killed it, so now it's safe. And then there was the bug with that it's not scaled.
Oh, yeah.
Is it never scaled? I'm not sure.
Anything spawned by Risha is not scaled.
Okay. So that experiment hit me 2 times until I realized, it hits for a lot, and then I was dead. So
Oh, it's hitting me like it's a truck. Oh. Ooh,
Yeah.
that hurts.
And
Yeah.
I didn't die in most practice seats, so I forgot what I picked up or not, because I did not pay attention to these things the last month.
Oh yeah.
And then I
no,
picked up everything again.
Yeah.
It is unfortunate.
Yeah, it's very hard to keep track of, like, you're just on the spot. Like, tell me where you picked up the stuff that was local only to your game. I don't know. Yeah, and you just wind up redoing it. It would probably take longer to think about how to avoid certain checks, right?
Yeah, at a certain point, are you spending
Okay.
more time trying to remember which checks not to do, or
Or just
doing them all?
Yeah. Especially, and I do take it into consideration that, like, if you open up the map tracker every now and then and like see that stuff is lit up, is it going to distract you if this room is lit up, right? It's not nothing.
Yeah. That happens like when I'm doing solo seeds and I see an item and I go, that's garbage, I'm not picking that up. And then I'm like, wait, did I forget an item in that room? No. That was just an item that was garbage that I intentionally skipped.
Gotta stop skipping.
Yeah, you,
But
you
it
do
but
learn.
it saves me like 3 seconds that I was trying to remember that that item was garbage.
Exactly.
Yeah, you do eventually. You do kind of get used to like, oh, this room, I know it blinking means I probably left this item here, right? But you're never truly sure, and that's how it goes. It's the debate between am I just gonna grab it or let it go. That yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's about it. Yeah,
So,
you go ahead.
yeah, Batty and Tom Bear James, you're not out of the race yet. Welcome to the second chance bracket.
Oh yeah, let me go take a look at that.
I welcome thee.
Your match is tomorrow, right? So we have the first match of
Ooh.
that bracket.
Well, no. We had to reschedule because I
okay.
have re-sprained my thumb. So,
Oh no.
yeah, that's happening right now.
Good luck.
Thanks, I'll need it.
You're gonna get better soon.
Don't do sports.
I disagree. Sports are
That's the
fun.
only thing.
Do sports
That's the
smartly.
That's the only thing I take from this. Don't do sports. Do esports instead.
Develop carpal tunnel instead of breaking your bones.
I mean, as someone who works at a desk behind a computer all day, I probably will get it from that instead of gaming.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But since we talked about the schedule, I think both teams will have a long break until next race.
Quite a
Yeah.
long break, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
think-
you guys are Hundo Runners. You're placed in round 3 of the second chance bracket, and Cis Enough, you guys are already into the semifinals, and we need my team and the winners of Friends of Nuis and Dead by Dadlike to resolve.
Yeah, to
So-
resolve proper.
Yeah,
And we need
there's
to wait
there's
on
quite a
both
bit
of these
going on
teams'
there
losers.
still.
So-
So enjoy your breaks. Don't get too rusty.
Practice a lot.
I am going to forget how to play this game. That's what's
That's how it feels. I haven't played this game in like a month, and like one of these days I have to go play the game again. And I've just sat here and I've watched so many matches.
Yep.
That's what's happened for this match too. Before that, James and I did once a week, I think, we practiced. And now
Yeah, pretty much.
This time, the last race was our last practice. So it was
Oh,
a little rusty.
rusty crusty.
But things happen.
Things happen. But hey, who needs to practice the 2v2 when you still got a fallback? Although,
Yeah, I'll just rely on Planeswater carrying me like he has this entire time.
how does that make you feel, Planeswater? You're the carry.
I don't know. I don't think that's true.
The team spirit is high. You're the carry. I'm not sure about that.
It's a group effort.
It's a group effort. All right. Do we have any
GG.
any
everyone.
final shoutouts?
I mean, wishlist Timespinner 2.
Wishlist Timespinner 2. Yes.
Yep.
Of course.
You probably said that already, but thanks for setting up and commentary.
Yeah, thanks so much for.
Yeah, thanks for setting everything up.
I do what I can.
I
But
said
I
it before and I will
appreciate
say
it.
it again. Set being amazing here.
I appreciate
And
it.
Vera, thanks for joining spontaneously.
Schedule cleared up. I was available.
Nice.
I was so prepared to sit here and be entirely overwhelmed for an hour and a half.
What do you mean? Now you weren't overwhelmed?
It was still.
I was
4
I was
games going on.
overwhelmed with a friend, and it makes all the difference.
Okay, that's nice to hear.
It doesn't get less overwhelming. I just get to share how overwhelmed I am about everything. Things are happening. I look away. Things have changed massively while I was just looking at the hints that you guys just sent. How it goes.
Isn't it great? But yeah, any shoutouts from the runners further?
I just want to thank the commentators for commentating for us. I'm sure when I watch this back, it's going to be lots of fun.
I'm sure we're even focused like at least half of the time.
At least.
Wait,
At
we have to
least.
focus? Ah, shit. That was all on you.
Yeah, I was putting in a lot of work in the focus department.
Yes, very good.
That is all. Then I think that's it for me. Thank you guys for running.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Farah,
everyone.
thank you for coming with me, and everyone have a good day.
Goodbye.
Have a good one.
Oh, wait.
Until next time.